Yeah, Tom, it's just incredible. This is Ellicott Mills Drive right here, just to give you an idea of where we are. This road passable this morning, several roads off of it closed. Of course, Main Street closed this morning. We're at the community center, now turned into the emergency management shelter here. We're actually watching the American Red Cross. They just pulled up with another shipment. They are here for you guys. If those folks who are out there need food, water, if you are a flooding victim, this is the place to go. They've got electricity. They've got you covered out here. We know that there have been roughly 30 rescues that were made last night into the morning hours. Some of those folks, we're not sure of their situation, if they were able to go back home, if they need somewhere to go. These folks are here for you. Again, the community center here in Ellicott City, now turned into the emergency shelter. They've been out here overnight into the early morning hours. They're serving breakfast right now. Again, just bringing in another shipment of necessities for all of you out there, all these flooding victims that might need a little help right now. This is the Roger Carter Community Center. We spoke with a representative from the Red Cross on what their plan is now for the days ahead. Listen in.
It is just the beginning. Very often the next day or two, when people are really coming home and finding, what's missing or what's been damaged, we'll be working with them and create a disaster recovery plan.
It's a lot of unknown right now, a lot of questions remaining. Many folks, many business owners haven't been able to get onto Main Street to see what is left, what is there, what they have to clean up right now. Again, about 30 rescues made last night and into the early morning hours. One person reported missing here this morning. We want to check in with Stephanie Woods, continuing our live team coverage this morning, giving us a look at the damage as the sun comes up this morning. This is something these folks unfortunately are used to seeing 2 years ago. Same thing, American Red Cross back on the scene. We've got the disaster relief team right here. Just to give you an idea of where we are, Ellicott Mills Drive, just back down there. Actually, we've got some tow trucks, police activity out there right now. Some roads blocked off really all around us. Main Street you can't get to. I've got a friend who has a business on Main Street. She was asking me if she could get down there. At this point, it doesn't look like anyone is getting in. Maybe if you do have a business, they could let you in. People are just trying to figure out what's going on right now. The American Red Cross tells me that they're hoping to get new information here in the next couple of minutes. They're having a meeting right now trying to figure out how many people are displaced. There have been a number of people coming in through the overnight hours. This is the community center here, guys, now turned into an emergency shelter. People came in overnight. They've got food, water, electricity in here. Just a few minutes ago, there was a couple that walked in. They had an overnight bag with them. We asked them if they were displaced. They shook their head yes. They didn't want to go on camera. As you can imagine, this is traumatic, guys. Not only did we just go through this, but this is now they got to figure out what's next for them. The American Red Cross saying they will be here to help, though. Listen in.
As you can see, the apartment building itself was affected, and I'm sure there are a lot more areas affected, but I just want everyone to know that the Red Cross is here for you. And if you want to come here and have breakfast, you can. If you want to just sit around and relax, you can. We do have electricity here.
And that's becoming a major important factor here. Even folks that aren't in the downtown area dealing with the flooding. We've got apartment buildings over here that didn't have power last night. So this is the place. Any flooding victims out there, anyone dealing with this can come here today. Again, I mentioned those water rescues last night. We do know one man is missing right now, reported missing. We heard that he was possibly doing some water rescues at the time that he went missing, that he is reportedly a part of the National Guard. We're working to confirm that information, and we'll keep you posted. Hopefully we'll have an update from the Red Cross next time I see you. We want to continue our live team coverage right now, though. We have Stephanie Wood standing by with a look at exactly how this is being impacted when it comes to the streets and the damage. Stephanie.
In the past few minutes, we've watched several rescues. I want to go ahead and show you right now. We've had several people who were rescued from this blue home, and take a look at just the strength of this water. You can see the cars slammed up against the fence here. Crashed, we're told. The water moved them from a nearby parking lot, and just look at the debris and the strength of this water. We're standing next to a gentleman who has his brother-in-law currently trapped inside that brick building right over there. He said he's with several people. They are unable to get out, stuck on the second and third floors. We've talked with the owner of this purple home, home to 4 businesses. She talked about how this happened just 2 years ago, and she is simply devastated that her business is again underwater. I want to go ahead and take you this way. We don't have much time. Police have told us that it's too dangerous for us to be in this section and that we have to leave, but I want to go ahead and show you down here. Earlier, this was absolutely flooded. You could not come down here. So as Vitas had mentioned, it does appear that the water is receding, but this rain is still coming down very heavily, still a very dangerous situation. Here's a look that we haven't had before. You can see a member of the Swift Water Rescue here asking if anyone is inside this car. That is what they have been doing for the past couple of hours, checking these cars, making sure no one is inside. Earlier when we got here, you could see cars submerged in water. You could hear the horns honking, and that was the most chilling aspect, wondering if someone was in those cars or not. So right now, that member of the Swiftwater Rescue Team is shouting, asking if anyone is inside the cars. This is a police officer here who's going to check it out right now for us. So stick with us. We're going to take a look at what happens, what unfolds here. As you can see, this is the Main Street area, and it is simply flooded. Very thick mud that they have to wade through. The officer right now has his flashlight out, checking in the car. He has just determined that there is no one inside that car, so that is very good news. Obviously, very dangerous conditions here in the downtown area. We've been talking with people who simply have said that they are just devastated that this is happening again. But we know that rescues are still happening. We don't have any word on any injuries. Rescues still happening, and people are asked to avoid this area. Jeff, back to you. Kai, cleanup continuing into the night here in downtown Ellicott City. We still have a good look at the debris. I want to point this out for you. This is Main Street and Court Avenue. You can see this tree, some of its roots partially on the road here, leading all the way up. Just take a look at this pile of debris, even a dumpster here still on its side. Just hours ago, we were here as crews towed dozens of cars, many unsalvageable. The mud causing lots of damage, not only to the cars, but homes and businesses here as well. Crews have been working around the clock, clearing debris and searching the area for anyone who may have been trapped. At this hour, police still searching for the missing guardsman, Edison Herman. Back out here live, as you can see, still no access to Main Street. That should change tomorrow. Those who received credentials will be escorted starting at 8 a.m. Reporting live in downtown Ellicott City, Alexa Ashwell, Fox 45 News.
Kai, people are in disbelief. A lot of the spectators who come here cannot believe the amount of damage. And here's why. You take a look at some of the streams that are, trickling and all of this, but then look at the devastation that they caused exactly 24 hours ago. They were able to lift up this pavement and completely remove it and send it downstream. We are on River Road right now, and this is, of course, the road that runs parallel to the Patapsco River, and there is a lot of damage along here. In fact, one of the bridges is out further down. The structure simply collapsed right in the middle during this time. And take a look, you can see where it's cracked all the way down this road. It is going to take a long time to recover here. It's not just Main Street in Ellicott City. A lot of the surrounding streets have this much damage, and this road is closed off, so people can't get down it, although a lot of spectators have been trying to walk up and down and take pictures and see what they can see. However, it will be a while before people will be able to drive on this road again, and I wanted to show this because this gives you a good perspective of the damage that occurred in the area, not just on Main Street in Ellicott City. I'm reporting live in Owella. Kathleen Cairns, Fox 45 News.